guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to check out the 2021 nominees for the game show. I was about to say game of the year. That's one of them. Game of the year, best game narrative, best action game, all those kinds of things. I haven't seen all of the nominations, although I did see the nominations for game of the year. I technically was wanting to wait to make a video on this because I thought that this announcement was coming next Tuesday, not this Tuesday. I don't know why, but yeah. So I literally was just scrolling through Facebook on one of my breaks, and I happened to go across the actual Game Awards Facebook page, and I saw this post. I think from either a PlayStation group, Xbox group, something like that, where I saw it, and I was like, oh, so I already know the game of the year, and I got some stuff to talk about that. But, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the rest of it. We're going to start voting here. So right off the bat, they're already jumping straight in to game of the year. Now, let's see, we got Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village. Man, this is pretty much exactly what I predicted it was going to be, minus this one right here, Psychonauts 2. I've literally played all of these games, Deathloop and Metroid Dread being the more recent ones, except for Psychonauts 2. Honestly, it doesn't look that appealing to me. If I'm being 100% honest, I really am not really liking the art style. It just looks ugly. I don't want to hate on it. Obviously, enough people liked it, enough reviewers, journalists, whatever you want to call them, and it got on here. But what blows my mind is that Returnal is not on here. Returnal for me, out of all these games that were here, was my personal game of the year. And I totally thought that it was going to get nominated, and it really blows my mind that it's not. Like, Deathloop, I totally understand that being nominated. Metroid Dread, totally get it. Even It Takes Two, I played that with my wife, had a fantastic time, absolutely loved it. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, I totally called that. Now, Resident Evil Village, I thought that there was a possibility that this one would be nominated, but I didn't think it was going to get it, and I definitely didn't think Psychonauts 2. I thought Returnal, maybe for this spot here, and then for that fifth one, what was I going to say? I don't even remember what game I was thinking, but I thought that it kind of shuffled between this one, Resident Evil, and one other one. I can't remember what it comes to mind, but do we have to start with this one first? Oh, geez. Category 1 of 30. You know what? We're going to come back to this one because I really don't know what I would choose as Game of the Year. Since Returnal is no longer in there, it blows my mind that Returnal's not here, to be 100% honest with you guys. I enjoyed that game more than any of these games here, but I do get why it didn't get nominated. It was difficult. The runs were long. There were times where I'd be spending like 1 to 2 hours on a single run and not have a place where I can save it or unlock anything. It does have a save feature now, but I think if that was implemented at launch, maybe it would have been on here. But I think just for reviewers trying to beat the game in time, I just don't know if enough people got their hands on it. I don't know. We are going to just go on to the next category here. Best action game. All right, so now we have Returnal here. We got Deathloop, It Takes Two, Returnal, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I got to say, Returnal gets my vote here. Like I said, it was my favorite game. As far as action goes, it always was drawing me in. I don't know if I would say It Takes Two or maybe Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I think if I'm giving this a fair shot, it would have been between Returnal and Deathloop. Let's see. You voted for Returnal. Nope. Can we just go to the... You earned a badge. Oh, okay, well, we'll just go to the next category. Best Narrative. We got Deathloop, It Takes Two, Life is Strange, True Colors, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and Psychonauts 2. For Best Narrative, it says for outstanding storytelling, narrative development in a game. Well, I have not played, like I said, I haven't played Psychonauts 2, and I have not played, Life is Strange, True Colors. I'm not really sure what that one is about. It Takes Two was good. Deathloop was good. But if I'm being really honest, guys, I haven't finished it yet, but Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy has been really good story-wise. I was very iffy about it, as many people were, like with Avengers, especially with that disastrous launch of a game and the current state that it's still in. I am incredibly surprised about how much this story is drawing me in. Deathloop, I mean, it's got a cool story, but I've definitely felt like I've seen this same story several times. I'm a big comic book fan. I've seen something similar like this in like the Flash comics, a few other things. So it's not necessarily that unique, other than you have to kill the Visionaries to break the loop. But the concept, I feel like, has been done a few times. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just give it to Guardians. I feel pretty confident about that. We'll go to the next one. Best Art Direction. For outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. We got The Artful Escape. I have not played that one. Deathloop. Kena, Bridge of Spirits. Actually been really want to play this game. I have not played it yet. I've been waiting for the disc version, which comes out this weekend. I'm a big fan of the disc, like to collect them, so I've been waiting to play this game specifically for that. Psychonauts 2 and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Now, I'm not going to vote for The Artful Escape, one, because I haven't played it. I'm not going to vote for Psychonauts 2 because, as I said earlier, I really thought this game looked ugly. And if I'm being 100% honest, I kind of want to vote for Bridge of Spirits here, just because I've seen some gameplay, I've seen some trailers, and it just looks exactly like you're playing a Pixar movie. And I'm definitely going to be playing it before the actual Game Awards show, so it's not like I'm going to be voting for a game that I've never played before, as I will be playing it this weekend. So you know what, we're going to give it to Kena. We're going to go to the next category. Best Score and Music. Let's see. We got The Artful Escape, Cyberpunk. Oh, I honestly forgot that even came out. Oh, I guess it came out last year, but it missed the cutoff date or whatever. Deathloop, Guardians. Oh, dude. Nier Replicant. Wow. I really love this game, and to be honest, I kind of forgot about it. I was a big fan of this. I actually recently downloaded Nier Automata on my PC just so I could play another Nier game. Cyberpunk, I actually really did like the music from Cyberpunk, but just that Cyberpunk's even on a list at all, kind of like they couldn't, I don't know. I know music's totally separate from game design and everything else because it's like its own thing. But if I'm being 100% honest, I really think I enjoyed The Guardians. Has that a lot of that really old iconic music that I freaking love, and it's just like the movies. And I'm gonna go with Guardians on that one. I'm really loving the music on that. Next category. Best Audio Design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. We got Deathloop. Dude, okay. Deathloop is literally that game that was Last of Us 2 last year, where Last of Us 2 was literally nominated for pretty much every category. And here we are. I think Deathloop has literally been in every single category recently. Oh my gosh. So we got Deathloop, Forza Horizon 5. I recently played that one for the first time. Not yesterday, the day before. You guys should check that video out. Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village, and then we got Returnal. You know, since these three are in a lot of categories, I'm going to have to just go with Returnal on that one. I'm a little biased on that just because I know it's probably not going to win any of these awards for some reason. Next category, Best Performance here. We got Erica Mori as Alex Chen for Life is Strange. Giancarlo Esposito as Anton Castillo, Far Cry 6, which I have not played Far Cry 6 yet, but Walmart is going to have this game for like $20 on Black Friday, and that's when I'm going to be getting it. Jason Kelly as Colt from Deathloop. Maggie Robinson as Lady Demetrescu from, oh, wow. And Ozemiya Ahaga as Juliana Blake. I'm pretty sure I butchered that name. I'm going to have to go with Maggie Robertson. I think she did a fantastic job in Resident Evil Village. Next category. Did I accidentally do two? Okay. I clicked it, nothing happened. Games for Impact. For a thought-provoking game with pro-social meaning or message. Wow. What does that even mean? Pro-social meaning? Like whatever's popular with what's going on in the world right now? Like such a... I don't know. I feel like, me personally, I play games to escape from the craziness that's happening in the world, not to be reminded of what's going on in the world. But we got Before Your Eyes, Boyfriend's Dungeon, Chicory, A Colorful Tale, Life is Strange, True Colors. What is this game even about? I'm like confused now. No Longer Home. You know, I didn't play any of these games. I've seen some like ads for Life is Strange like on the PlayStation Store, but since I didn't play any of these games, I'm just going to skip this category completely. Best ongoing game, we got Apex, Final Fantasy Online, Fortnite, Genshin Impact, Call of Duty Warzone. Pretty much the same, I think Genshin's new. The same people every single time. Well, if I'm being honest, I have not played Apex Legends yet. So I've been kind of not wanting to play it just because I know these types of games will suck me in. And yeah, I have played some Genshin Impact and I liked it. And I just started playing some Final Fantasy Online and I also really like that. But if I'm being honest, since I haven't played a whole lot of hours into any of these, I think the one that I've played the most would probably be Genshin Impact. And I have enjoyed it so far. I've heard Final Fantasy is really good, but I think I'm just at a point where it is fun, but it's not like, hasn't hooked me in just yet. That and I kind of despise Call of Duty, to be 100%. Best indie game. We got, wow, I haven't heard of any of these. For outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. 12 Minutes, never heard of it. Death's Door, never heard of it, but it kind of looks interesting, to be honest. Inscription, never heard of it. Kena, Bridge of Spirits, and wow, Kena, Bridge of Spirits is an indie game? I did not know that. I thought that was like a AAA title, if I'm being 100% honest. We're going to go with Bridge of Spirits. We got Best Mobile Game. Bro. We got Fantasian. You know, I did try this out, actually, when when my wife was sick in the hospital, I got to stay with her a little bit, and I did download this game to play a little bit. I didn't play too much, which is really funny because I actually played Genshin Impact a lot on my phone. Marvel's Future Revolution, Pokemon Unite. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go, but not Unite. You know what? We're going to go with Genshin because I did play a lot on my Genshin, and I was really annoyed that my saves didn't transfer over to my transfer between mobile and console. Next category, Best Community Support. Since I really don't play any of these games, I am just going to skip this category. I've heard Apex has been pretty on top of it. Final Fantasy has always been pretty on top of it. Fortnite, I'm just not big into Fortnite, to be honest. Destiny 2, No Man's Sky, I've heard they've been killing it, but yeah, we're going to just skip this category. So we got innovation and accessibility, recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. We got Far Cry 6. Not sure what they've done there. Forza Horizon 5. Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, so I have played this one, and I have messed with what they're saying, where you can change the difficulty level. And not only the difficulty level, but you can change there's like a huddle system, and you can it's like a gamble. You have to say the right thing to inspire your team, and I saw the option where you can have it always inspire your team. You can have your teammates energy meters fill up faster. Like there's a lot of things that I can see messing with. I just left it normal just because I wanted to play the game how the developers intended it, but I do appreciate the fact that you can change a lot of that stuff. Also, Ratchet & Clank does a lot of things very similar to that as well. You can change the adaptive triggers up and whatnot. You can, change the difficulty as well on this one and change how frequently enemies shoot. And one that I personally appreciated was that you can change the way the currency looked. For instance, sometimes it is harder to see those bolts, and you can change it to orbs. You can change it to coins. You can also change, I believe, it's been a while since I played Ratchet & Clank, but I believe that they also had a color blindness thing, so they did a lot in there. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think Ratchet & Clank actually, now that I'm thinking about it, had the better options there. And then the other option here was Veil, the Shadow of Crown, which I have not played, so... Next category, Best VR AR. I have not played any of these games, so we are going to skip it. Best Action Game. We got Back 4 Blood, which I've not heard very good things about. It is on Game Pass. I'll eventually try it out. Calvary 2. I've heard some pretty good things about that. Just haven't been very motivated to pick that up myself. Deathloop, again, not surprised. Far Cry 6. And, yep, we're going with Returnal, Best Action Game. Honestly, Returnal better win this one. I mean, I haven't played Far Cry 6, Calvary, or Back 4 Blood. So I played, 2 out of the 5 games here. And I would have to say that I enjoyed Returnal was much more action-oriented. Yes, you could go guns blazing in Deathloop, but there are certain sections that it doesn't make sense to, like trying to get Alexis... trying to figure out who Alexis is, like it's very stealth focused. And anyways, I would definitely say Returnal, but my opinion is a little biased there. Best action/adventure game. Wait, what? Is that literally the same thing? Best action game? For the best game in an action genre focused primarily on combat. Yep, okay. So and then best action/adventure, combining combat and traversal and puzzle solving. Not really Guardians of the Galaxy. There hasn't really been a whole lot of puzzle solving per se. A little bit. Definitely Metroid Dread had a lot of action, adventure, combat, whatever that description's saying. I don't know about Psychonauts 2. Ratchet and Clank, I don't know if there's really any there's traversal / puzzle solving. Resident Evil a lot. If I have to say which one combined all of those things that it's saying there the most, probably have to be either Dread or Resident Evil Village. No, Ratchet and Clank, now that I'm thinking about it, had that. But you know what? I'm going to go with Dread. That's the one. That's where my initial feelings are going towards when I'm thinking of best action adventure out of these. Next category. Oh, wow. We're only at 17 through out of 30. There's so many categories. Best role-playing game. What? Cyberpunk is on here? You got to be kidding me. Best role-playing game. Are you for real? There was literally a whole year's worth of games, and you're telling me you couldn't find 5 role-playing games, RPGs, that were better than Cyberpunk? You only got these 4? And then you're like, oh, well, let me just throw Cyberpunk in there. Oh, my gosh. I still liked the game, don't get me wrong, but that launch, I think I played it a month or so after launch, just because I'm pretty OCD. I don't like to start games unless I finish the one that I'm on. So I was in the middle of a game when this dropped. I was trying to finish it. But man, that really blows my mind. Now, Tales of Arise. I've heard a lot of good things about this, and I have not played it personally. And I do think I'm going to get this game because I have heard lots of good things. Shimigami Tensei 5, I've heard some good things about that as well. Scarlet Nexus, I have played, and I actually really enjoyed Scarlet Nexus, so I'm going to go ahead and give that to Scarlet Nexus. Dude, my eye is just itchy. Best fighting game, we got Demon Slayer, Guilty Gear Strive, Melty Blood. Never played it. Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. Now, this is one that I have been wanting to play and just have not been... I haven't even purchased it yet, but it's one that I've been wanting to play. And then Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. Out of all these, to be honest, I haven't played Guilty Gear, Melty Blood, or Fighter 5 Ultimate. Or, I guess I haven't really played it, but I have played Demon Slayer, and it has been really fun. So I'm going to go ahead with Demon Slayer. All right, let's go to the next category here. Best family game. For the best game appropriate for family play, introspective, genre, or platform. And wow, basically it's the all Nintendo minus It Takes Two. We got It Takes Two, Mario Party Superstars, which I have not played, but I really want to get. Pokemon Snap. Haven't personally played that one yet, but I really wanted to. Super Mario World 3D, Bowser's Fury. That's a good one. WarioWare, Get It Together. I gotta say, It Takes Two. This is the Nintendo category, but I had a great time playing It Takes Two. My wife and I played it together, and we had a lot of fun. It's got my vote. Best Sim/strategy. Well, I have not played any of these games. Sim/strategy are not my thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass on this category. Best sports/racing game. I'm going to go ahead and skip this category too, only because I've only played Forza Horizon 5, and I only played about an hour. I played about 2 hours, because after I made that video, you guys should go check it out, I did play a little bit more. but I've heard a lot of good things about Hot Wheels Unleashed and Riders of Republic. Screw FIFA. FIFA, both of these. Oh, that's not FIFA. That's F1 2021. But FIFA can go ahead and just screw right off. I freaking hate sports games. They're such a ripoff. Anyways, that's enough about that. Next category. Best multiplayer. Back 4 Blood, Knockout City, It Takes Two. Oh yeah, I mean, when I was thinking like online multiplayer. New World, have not played it yet. Valheim, heard good things literally about all of these except for Knockout City. I've really heard like nothing. But I'm gonna go with It Takes Two again. Fantastic game, and honestly, is not surprised that it's Game of the Year. Best content creator for a streamer, blah, 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 blah. I literally know none of these guys, so I'm going to vote for none of them. Oh, what just happened? Oh, did I must have hit share. Next category. Best debut indie. Oh, wait. Okay. I'm just making sure I got going in order here. We're on 24. See, the best content creator, and I'm sure there's going to be like best esports and all that nonsense. No one cares about that, like 100%, because even the game show, Game Awards, Jeff Keighley, they don't care about it because those awards are the ones that they always, like right before a commercial break, they just announce like 4 or 5 really quick, because those aren't the ones anybody cares about. They're like, oh yeah, and by the way, best YouTuber was blah, 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 or best esports player was this. And they're like, oh, okay. Best debut indie. I forgot that Kena was a indie game. Vote. Next category. Most anticipated game. Ooh. I forgot that this is a new category, because before it wasn't like actually something that you voted for, was it? I think so. Now they're actually giving you an award. They're giving you an award for being the most anticipated. Elden Ring by From Software, God of War Ragnarok, Santa Monica, Horizon Forbidden West, Guerrilla, the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. They don't even have a name. It's just the sequel, not Breath of the Wild 2 or whatever they're calling it. This game is probably not even close. There's not even anything really on this game. And Starfield by Bethesda Game Studios / Bethesda. Not really excited for... I mean, I'm intrigued to figure out, curious about what Starfield is, but I wouldn't say I'm anticipating it. Neither Zelda... I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love Breath of the Wild, but I feel like we still got a ways. These 3 here are all coming next year. Elden Ring and Horizon, especially, are very beginning of the year. We might get this one maybe in the summer or late spring, but these 2 have confirmed dates. And if I'm being 100% honest, I think Elden Ring still has my vote to be 100%. Like, I'm excited for God of War. I'm excited for Horizon. But, bro, I've been looking forward for a new From Software game basically since I finished Sekiro. I was like, all right, I was hungry for some more. We got Demon's Souls. Demon's Souls was awesome. And now, I mean, technically it was a remake by Blue Point, but I'm a sucker for these From Software, dude. Anything they make, I'm pretty biased. Anything they make is gold. I will eat that up. Basically, just take my money. All right, next category here. Best esports game. Yep, I called it. So I ain't going to vote for none of this bullcrap because I don't care about it. Best esports athlete. That's what I said. Like, look at these. Chris Simp. His name is Simp. Wow. Hio, Showmaker, Collapse, Simple. What in the world? Tens. Bro, these guys, such stupid names. Oh, I hit share again. Gosh dang it. Best esports team. Yep. Literally don't care about any of this stuff here. Guarantee all this is going to be 100% glanced over during the actual show. Best esports coach. Oh my gosh. Silent. Blade. Crowder. Like, they just have such... I don't know. Whatever. Best esports event. Yeah, see, I don't care about any of that. Alright, so I guess the time has come to vote for best for game of the year. They really should have made us do this last, because I'm like, Game of the year. I really don't know what to put. Bruh. Oh. Got Deathloop. It Takes Two. Metroid Dread. I honestly don't. Metroid Dread's like, I mean, obviously I am not voting for Psychonauts at all. So it's really between these five. And you know, my wife saw this and she's like, It Takes Two, but you know, that's the only game she's played here. And I did have a great time with It Takes Two. Deathloop, there's just something about Deathloop that really makes me not want to vote for it. One, maybe it's because it's literally in every single freaking category, it seems like. Very, like I said, very similar to freaking Last of Us 2, where Last of Us 2 is literally in every category. Deathloop's the same. It Takes Two, like I said, had a great time. Metroid Dread. You know, Metroid Dread was that game that I was not expecting a whole lot for, and it just freaking blew me away. I haven't played all the Metroid games, but I absolutely loved this game. And I was addicted to it. Couldn't put it down. I was literally playing, and then like when we would drive just to go get like lunch or dinner, I literally have the handheld. I even took it to work so that I could play it on my breaks. That's how like much I was into this game. And it makes it a little bit easier because it's, you know, on the handheld too. So Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart was phenomenal. I could see why they chose this one probably over Returnal. Like, I knew Deathloop was going to be on there. It got crazy high reviews pretty much all across the board. And for the most part, it seems like a lot of people literally loved it. Well, it's kind of like, not to go into this one more, but it's kind of like Last of Us 2, where you either loved it or you hated it. I was on the side. I loved it. I thought it was great, but I just don't know if it was Game of the Year quality, if that makes sense. And then Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart was phenomenal. I freaking loved it. Great combat, storytelling, all that. And then you got Resident Evil Village, which I had a great time with. It felt pretty short, if I remember right. I think only about 8-ish hours it took me to beat it, so not super long. Well, you know. Okay, so I'm not, like I said, not voting for Psychonauts. And you know what? I don't think I'm going to vote for Village either. Although it probably is my favorite Resident Evil game thus far. And that might be saying something, because I really liked Resident Evil 2 Remake. But I was talking to some friends, I was like, if they laid both of these games, Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 2 in front of me, and would be like, hey, choose one, you can only get one, I would have went with Village, just because I like the Lycans, I like the vampire, like I just liked the, what would you call it, more of like Bloodborne / Lovecraftian, not even Lovecraftian, it's just like I loved like the vampires, werewolves things. and they did a good job with that. But I don't think it's Game of the Year caliber, to be honest. Super great game, but there are just some choices that I was just like, eh. And you know what? I don't think I'm going to vote for Deathloop either. Or, Okay. If I'm being 100% honest, I am kind of torn between either Metroid Dread or Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. 100%. That's where my mind's going right now. I think I personally, like when I'm remembering the reviews, I think I gave Ratchet and Clank a 9.5 and Metroid Dread a 9. So I think I haven't been played it in a long time, so there might be things I'm totally forgetting. Like literally, like when I'm thinking about this, I gave Deathloop a 9. It Takes Two, it was kind of my vote and my wife's vote mixed together. And so we ended up giving it a 7.5, but it's because my wife's not really a gamer as much. I technically rated it, I think, like an 8. Metroid Dread, I gave a 9. And I believe Village, I also gave a 9. You know what? I'm just going to pull the trigger. I personally think that Ratchet and Clank deserve to be... I don't even know. I don't want to say deserve. Whoever, I mean, I know how they do like the decisions where they, each group or whatever, journalist group like IGN and them, their whole team vote and then they pick it. And I think they did a good job, minus Returnal. Like I probably would have swapped out Psychonauts 2 with Returnal. And I don't know. And maybe they're like, hey, there's too many Sony exclusives up here. We got to at least throw an Xbox One up there because we got Deathloop, Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, Deathloop and Ratchet and Clank, and that would have been half of the games are Sony exclusives. And so maybe they're like, hey, no, we gotta at least get an Xbox in there. Yeah, there's always at least a Nintendo one. And then let's see, we got the Xbox and 2. Yeah. You know what? We're going to leave it at that. We're going to place that. And I think we're good. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and leave it there, guys. Let me know, of course, down in the comments what you guys voted for. There's a lot of categories here. Like Game of the Year is a big one. Obviously, Best Game Direction, I think, is also a big one. Probably Action Adventure. Best Narrative, and that's all right. Art Direction is okay. Score, what was it? Best Performance, Games for Impact, Ongoing. I think it was like, yeah, there we go. Best Action Game, Best Action Adventure. Those are both really big ones. But yeah, guys, we're going to go ahead and end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys voted for which categories and obviously what your Game of the Year was. I'm a little bummed that it's not Returnal, but I kind of understand why. It's kind of a... I really think that not being able to say between runs is really what hurt it. But because honestly, I think it was better than all those Game of the Year ones. But anyways, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.